live at the Independent Games Festival Awards and Game Developers Choice Awards. So this is the big night of GDC 2017. This is when the industry just recognizes some of the most important, some of the most engaging, some of the most creative games of the past year. So tonight we're going to be backstage with the winners right after they get their awards, so stay tuned.
As you maybe heard, it was very surprising to us that we won this thing, because we were not really prepared for it. Like it came a little bit as a curveball, but obviously it's a great one to win, because we're so passionate about how our fans feel about our game, and we always try to listen to our community and our influence to a large extent about our community and what they think about our game and what they would like in our game and so on and so forth. So it's actually a really, really great one to win, and the fact that we didn't even know about it, that's just even a little more sweeter actually.
The really exciting thing about the game industry is there are no direct competitors. You know, if two great games came out, people would buy both of them, and so it can be a much more close and friendly industry than you know, most of these other things.
Congratulations!
Thanks,
Thank you. How do you guys feel right now?
Pretty awesome.
It seems that way. Did you guys ever expect that Pokemon Go would be as big as it is?
Oh, yeah.
Come on! I think we've publicly said many times that usage was 50 times greater than what we anticipated, so it's way bigger than we ever thought it would be.
So looking forward, are you guys going to stick with Pokemon Go for a while, or are you working on like crazy other stuff?
Pokemon Go is kind of the heart of the company, but yeah.
We're working on Ingress.
Ingress is being revived, and we got some other stuff in the works, so a couple of surprises in the works.
I think this is a really exciting time in the game industry. I mean, a lot of the energy right now actually reminds me of the old Apple II 8-bit days. I mean, there's VR, there's AR, there's all kinds of technology that's new, and like we're still figuring out what it's going to be and can't really see that future clearly. I think there's something about games in particular, because we're playing and we're creating our own story, which is really the story of us playing the game, and then that story that we share with other people. It's something so personal that I think it stays with us years later.
The earliest dev kit we got was from Valve, and they had one, and they said, okay, we're gonna send it to you. We were all remote, so we're like, let's go to Devin's house, because his wife was 8.5 months pregnant with twins. So we all went to Winnipeg in the middle of winter, which is a great decision, to spend a week there and try to build something for this early hardware. We had no idea what we would do. So we just started prototyping and made it so you could pick up a box. And then we started picking up boxes and knocking them over, and we ended up sitting on the floor and playing like with blocks like children. And we're like, oh my God. It turns out when you have physics with your hands, it's so much fun, and that's how Job Simulator was born.
What's exciting me in the game industry right now is everything. I mean, have you seen the games at the IGF? I mean, I love all the games, of course, in the GDC Awards by the big studios. But what I really, really love is all the innovation, the risk-taking, and people doing crazy new things. What I've realized is that when I was coming into the game industry, I had a certain set of preconceptions about what could be done. People coming in now, they don't have those preconceptions. They're doing amazing, amazing work.
The one thing that sticks out to me, actually related to tonight specifically, is that there was a bunch of games nominated this year that were like about sex and relationships, and that's something that I'm really interested in. And I'm just glad to see that games are maturing in that direction. Video games are a form of expression, just like film, just like literature, and all of these things have cultural impact, because it's like, you know, we consume media all the time now. Like, that's just an integral part of our lives. I think developers are also maturing with that process, so it's kind of like a cool time to be making games, because I feel like I'm getting to see that happen firsthand, like the teenage years, like maturing of video games. It's pretty awesome.
How do I feel right now? I feel, yeah, I mean, I've been nominated a lot of times, but I don't often win, so winning design and grand prize in one night is bananas. I feel I always make games for myself, and like I make stupid stuff that I think is funny, and so it's just weird to know that other people think it's funny also, and so I guess I'm still sinking into that right now.
I make video games because I feel like they're just an incredible storytelling. They're a great way to tell stories, and they're a great way to put you inside stories, and like love is just an important part of that.
As a composer, the video games offer like an interesting multi-dimensional, I guess, space to compose in. I guess that's what's really intriguing about it. So as opposed to a recording or a composition or whatever that's going in one direction, this
it's half composition, half architecture in some way, half water slide. I don't know.
What? What excites us about the industry right now? I just think that what's exciting is all the impouring of people that are coming in that we didn't have in games before, different voices and representation and types of games and backgrounds. Like the IGF, especially because the teams are so small, they're just the people. Like all the awards are awarding these creators, and so yeah, like games equals really fucking cool people.
That's a wrap. The IGF Awards and GDC Awards are over at GDC 2017, and what a night. That was so fun, and the energy here is absolutely wonderful. All the winners were super happy to have their games and their hard work recognized. Please stay tuned to Engadget.com for all the hands-on interviews and first looks at some awesome games.